Y'all out there trying to pretend, trying to fake it, trying to fake your own journey in life, trying to fake your own destiny, playing somebody else's cards, playing somebody else's role for you. You don't take this life shit seriously, man. You don't take anything seriously. Like, some people think it's a joke. People dying for this shit. Many people losing their lives. So many people losing their lives, not in war, but in the spiritual war, in the spiritual warfare. They're losing their lives. You all take it like a joke. Like you go out, you party, you fuck everybody that you want. Meanwhile, you go home with a dead fucking spirit inside of you that exactly wanted to be there because he chose you, he targeted you since he saw you. That spirit saw your potential and he attacked you through that person, through that body that he owned, that he possessed. It's not like in The Exorcist. It's not going to be like a demonic possession like you see in the horror movies, like uh, people flying in the air on the ceiling, walking like, ah. It's almost never like that. You will not see things like that because even the devils, even the demons, they know that kind of shit would scare people, and they know not to go so far. They could if they wanted to. They could if they wanted to. Trust me. They have the powers and the abilities to do it, to completely possess you, to make you lose your mind, to make you kill yourself. You all think like this is a joke, this is a game. Like life is something that you just play, you play around, you go and fool around, fool around. Until when? Until it's gonna be too late to change anything. Until you're gonna be so drenched into this stuff that everything gonna feel so heavy on top of your shoulders. Your life gonna feel so heavy. You're not gonna be able to change anything anymore. Changing will be up. Changing will be impossible. Moving an inch out of your house will be impossible. Changing your lifestyle, changing your habits, changing your friends, changing anything, even changing your work will feel absolutely horrible, impossible task. Why? Because these demons, they control you now and they take over. They take over your willpower first. They whisper in your ear what you actually like doing most. And they play those weak points you have. They play those through your ego and through your conditionings, through your upbringing, through your friends, through your entourage, through the society at whole, at large, through the people you surround yourself with. These demons play with you like you're an open book. They read you. They know exactly who you are, what you love doing, what your vices are. They know how to manipulate you. They know every trick in the book. They know the Bible better than the priest in your church you're going. They probably would give Bible lessons to any priest in the world. These demons are very smart and they're very clever and tricky, and they know exactly what your weak point is, and they're gonna push that until they break you. They're gonna push it as many times as they have to. That's why you should push back. That's why you should push back all the time. Instead of letting them push you around, letting them steal your energy, you should attack. You should not be on the defensive, and you should be like a fucking soldier ready to go to war. Whenever you go outside the house, protect yourself. Whenever you step in a room, watch for the vampires. They're everywhere. Whenever you go in a room, you have to keep your mind clear and sharp. That's why don't drink. Stop drinking. Stop poisoning your mind with this alcohol and this thing that absolutely destroys your energy levels. If you're a man, it messes with your brain and your ability to critical thinking, to make better decisions for yourself, your family, your loved ones. If you're a man, it just it takes you so backwards. It takes everything from you. It steals your confidence, it steals your testosterone, it steals your courage, your self-love, self-trust. Alcohol, and you say like, I'm just gonna have a drink. Motherfucker, who you fooling, man? You know that drink is gonna turn into 10. Very soon you're gonna meet those people that are gonna offer you more drinks. They're gonna offer you some shots, some beers. By the end of the night, you'll be wasted. You'll be so much down the drain, you won't even remember your name. That's where they wanna get you. Because in your lowest vibrations, in your lowest point, you can be attacked. You can be persuaded, manipulated. You can be influenced. They can put ideas in your mind, in your subconscious level, so deep that they're gonna destroy all your life. Because when you are at that level, your defense mechanism, your defense system, which is your ability to think clear and straight, is gonna be out. It's like taking the firewall out so they can insert some viruses, some backdoors, spyware shit, like the Trojan horse. Why they call this a Trojan horse, even in the virus world, in the computer world, they call it a Trojan horse because that's how they attack. They insert their programming into your mind and they mess with your self-belief. They create self-doubt in you. Now, you're not going to be able to see that in the first. You're not going to be able to detect it because now you're dumb and you lost the only point you had to protect yourself, which was your holiness, your sacredness, your God-given ability to discriminate between evil and good, between right and wrong. I'm not going to go into this religious stuff because I am not a religious person. I am a spiritual, faithful person. I believe in God. And I know that God has an army of angels and archangels and soldiers. They're ready to put their spears into the heart of these monsters and demons. They're all everywhere. But if you let them conquer you, if you let them take you for a ride, they're gonna take you for a ride. If you let them put their ideas into your mind and you become an evil, wicked person yourself, that wickedness is gonna spread in you like a cancer and it's gonna overcome your ability to fight it with faith, with love, with light. You're gonna be left out. God's not gonna be able to protect you anymore because now you're outside God's realm of protection. So you're gonna be left to the wolves so they can feed on you. So they will feed on you and they will drag you to hell. They will drag you in a place that you don't want to be. No matter who you are, you're not as strong as you think you are. Everybody has its own battles. Everybody has his own demons that he is fighting. But if you are not aware and observant of your own coping mechanisms and the bullshit that you put yourself through every day, the doors that you open to these realms of wickedness and evilness, these evil spirits, they can't wait, man, to get a hand on you, to get a hold on you, to catch you. They catch you. You don't see them with your physical eyes, but they're there in the shadows, crawling, creeping, lurking. They're waiting. They're waiting for you to make a mistake, to make one mistake. One mistake, it's all it takes. So you can fall into that pit, so you can fall from grace. And especially in these times, the spiritual battle is even stronger than before. It's even stronger than 20, 30, 40 years ago. These times, they're the most horrible because it's the end of an era. It's the end of a kalpa. It's the end of a yuga. It's the end of a cycle, a universal cycle of evilness and darkness. And at the end of this cycle of darkness, before in the dawn, before the light will come again, before God will come again and completely dissipate all this darkness, before that, these creatures, they're everywhere and attacking everybody. They don't take any prisoners. They just go for the kill. You have to be really, really careful who you hang with. You have to be really careful who you let in your homes, around you, what kind of person you talk to, send messages to, what kind of evil Jezebel spirit is inside of them. I'm talking to men mostly. Man, you have to be really careful. Are you, dude, whatever you are, don't take this as a game. It's serious. You think you're going out and have some beers and have some fun and you go out with a woman and you fuck her. Whenever you put your dong in her, you open a portal, you open a door that you're inviting everything from her into you. This is how it works. You're not going to be able to see that, but if you're a spiritual and sensitive person, you're going to be able to feel it because it's happening. It's you're just absorbing everything she has, all the bad, every partner she ever been with. You're taking that. You don't want that. Trust me, I've been there. That's why I'm talking like this. I've been down that road. I've been in hell myself. On earth, you can be in hell on earth. I've been through that hell. I've been so deep into that pit. I barely survived. I barely dragged myself out of it. Only with God's help, I dragged myself out of it. I have 2 or 3 months since I stopped watching porn. I stopped consuming alcohol and I train every single day. There is no day that I don't train because I don't want to keep my mind idle. An idle mind is a ground for the evil to work and operate. You have to keep your mind and body busy. This body is your weapon. This mind is your sword. Your, your spirit is your shield, your armor. You have to train your body, make it as hard as possible, become like a rock, become steady, become untouchable, unfuckwithable, become that guy that even demons, even devils, like they when they see you, they will just run away. They will gonna run other direction. Like Jesus, when he walked, there's this story in the Bible. Jesus went to a place, and the place was full of possessed people, and all the demons inside of him start screaming, "Why are you tormenting us, Son of the Lord, Son? Why you come here in this place where we just live?" Because they need a place to live. They need a physical place to live. Sometimes they're choosing these bodies, they're choosing these weak people's minds and bodies they possessed, the homeless people, the alcoholics, the sex addicts, the freaks, all these sadists and masochists and all these perverted people. These are the ones who get possessed by them. And you can actually see it on their faces. They're possessed. They're devils inside of them. They're demons inside of their faces. And in the Bible, these people were actually taunting Jesus, "Why you come here to trouble us? We're just minding our own business. Let us be, you know." Like they will actually want him to get away from, because his presence, his aura, his vibrations, his energy was so super strong that everybody and anything around it, who knows, maybe for like 10 kilometers or more, it couldn't survive. No darkness, no negativity, no demons could survive that powerful light and shine. They see the light. We don't see the light, but the demons, the devils, they see the light of Jesus Christ. They see the light in a holy person, in a spiritual person. You might not be Jesus, but you can be spiritual. You can take care of yourself. You can have spiritual powers if you train yourself in that direction. I am training every day my mind, my spirit, and my body to work as one, to work as my weapon, because I know these are very dangerous times. I made this video and I made this YouTube channel to awaken people, to give people a sense of reality, because reality is not what you see with your own eyes. Reality is what you see with a hidden eye. And it's much more there than you can even imagine and perceive right now. There is a deeper layer to this shit. There's a deeper layer. And there's always a deeper layer. A layer upon a layer upon a layer. You see all these people on the internet and social media. You see all these people online. You see all these people, masculine people. They're not masculine. They're possessed people. And I'm gonna call out all these people that look and appear like super successful and masculine and strong and capable. These people are possessed by spirits. They're already working with them. They're already working in the occult. They're already being owned by these occult powers. Their success is not because they achieved some high spiritual level of faith and creativity and divine God inspiration. Their success comes, and it's not a success. It comes through powers that work through them, and these powers grant them some kind of material wealth and success, just to use them, to push their agendas, to use them for their own purposes. This is the success we're talking about. This is not a success, trust me. All these people, the Tates, and all of them, they say they can work all day. They can do this, they can do that. They're high level, they're high performance, they're high value people. Trust me, trust me. Yes, you can work, you can have a great amount of energy, but you cannot work morning till evening like that without crashing, without burning out. You have to be in balance, you have to be in the middle, you have to be in the center. Everybody who goes to an extreme is either possessed or uses substances. Because a possession, a spiritual possession, a devil, a demon can give you unnatural powers that you can focus more. You can focus for days. You can dominate other people through your language, through your talk, through your words. You can become highly active and successful in the world of man, in the realm of man, just because you are sustained, you're supported by this demon that knows what to do with you, just because you allow yourself and you attract this kind of spirits. These spirits, they're everywhere. These spirits, they're in the subconscious area. There are dead spirits who've been very successful in their past lives and died, and now they're just working through other people that want to materialize. They envision, they materialize success, money. They think about money, success, wealth, all that crap. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I say you should be healthy. I say you should be centered. I say you should be in the middle. I say you should have a balanced life. But mind my words, these are not natural people. These are not natural people. These are not good, conscious, aware, natural people. They talk about a matrix. They talk about the red pill. They talk about breaking the system. Trust me, they are the ones being played. They are the ones being inside another matrix on top of the matrix. It's like in the Matrix movie, when Neo got out of it, he actually discovered there's more layers to this shit. This one level of the matrix is engulfed in another level of another matrix, which is higher than this one. And that's the spiritual realm that I'm talking about. And all the spirits, they're coming for all these people. These people, their magnetism and charisma is given by these dead spirits, these supernatural spirits that play them and give them these powers. It's getting darker here. And I just want to leave you with this. If you want to pass through this darkness of the mind and the soul, you have to work. You work with your spirit, you work with God, you let yourself be guided by His holy powers, by the Holy Spirit, and you work with angels and you work with the divine beings. Don't work with the opposite forces. Because when you become super hyped up and aggressive, that's not God. That's not God. Trust me, I'm a yogi. I meditate every day for like 20 years. I know energy. I know spirits. I know angels. I know God. I know God's energy and the vibrations. If a man becomes so excited and when he's talking with a excitement like a Hitler guy, like a Hitler type of excitement, that is not a divine person. That is not a balanced, wise, natural, normal man, person, human. It's unnatural, it's unbalanced, and that leads to other things. There's very dangerous things out there. You have to stay sharp. And if somebody don't give your mind to people who put ideas through their passion and their fire and their words, you judge through your own understanding and intellect and vibrations and energy. You learn to feel other people's vibrations and energy and judge by the energy. You can immediately judge some guy, some person with the energy. It doesn't matter what words come out of their mouth. The devil can disguise himself as a preacher, as a pastor, as a priest even. He can mock God by being a priest actually. The devil can be like a coach, like a personal trainer, like a very ambitious, successful person with a lot of money. He can talk like that. If you were the devil, you would talk like that too. And you would use the internet and you would use any tools and media possible to spread your message. So be aware. These are not God people, godly people. These are actually the opposite. You judge every person but based on their energy. And if their energy is hyper aggressive and hyper masculine, that's not a balanced man. It's the same with the samurai. That's why the samurais disappeared and vanished. It's the same with the dinosaurs. That's why the dinosaurs disappeared and vanished. They were hyper masculine and hyper aggressive, and they were a threat to everybody. They were not, people talk about honor this, honor that. That's not honor. They were fucking maniacs. They were crazy people. And all these samurais, these Nazis, these dead German spirits, they're here right now, talking through other people, possessing other people. So I want to leave you with this. That's it. Be aware of the people you listen to. Be aware of the content you're consuming, because it's not all for your good. It's for their good. And they are making trillions and trillions of money on your weak mind, because they are selling their products. They are selling their ideas. And they are putting their own ideas into your mind, making you believe that you need them, that they know more than you, that they're at a higher level and you're at a lower level. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. You have to improve. You have to become something better, okay? But not to the point where you get humiliated by looking at yourself and you're thinking, oh, I'm not great enough. God made you great enough. God made you perfect. Just don't go to the extremes. Don't be idle and don't be hyperactive. You can be sometimes, but not all the time. All this high performance bullshit, it doesn't come from God. If you look into nature, you don't see typhoons and tornadoes everywhere. You don't see volcanoes erupting everywhere. You see a balanced modern nature. You see a balanced ecosystem. You have seasons, you have spring, winter, snow, sometimes it rains, sometimes it's sunny, but it's balanced. Whatever is out of balance is unnatural. Whatever comes from the other side comes from the devil, comes from the other voice. That's why they work so much. That's why they can do so many things in a day without even getting burned out or tired. There's some other forces pushing them and other forces creating all these illusions and all these programs and all these schemes, all these Tate brothers and all these psychopaths. Stay sharp, stay blessed. Peace.